So self-commitment?
Yes.
You went there voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And you chose to go there on March 4th?
Yes, sir. To get clean. Yes, sir.
Were you aware that March 4th was the date that you had been ordered to reappear?
My mind for that, sir.
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
All right, we had just started, Mr. Vaughn, and I'm gonna just start over because we didn't do too much, but I apologize. All right, Mr. Williams, we're gonna start over. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, so November 1st, 2024, we had a rights hearing. I appointed the public defender's office to represent you. You were ordered to come back to court March 4th, 2025. You did not appear. Your attorney showed up, but you did not appear. And Judge Evans signed off on a capias for your arrest because you did not show up for court. It's very important that you show up for court when you're ordered to. That's an easy way for us to put you in jail if you don't just show up. Sometimes you can show up and you might not go to jail, but definitely by not showing up, that is pretty much going to sign you going to jail. So very important that you're here for all the court dates so that we can hear what's going on. Maybe you had a good case that your attorney could have helped you with. I don't know, but very important that you're here. All right. So, counsel, what are you asking for?
Well, Your Honor, the capias had requested a bond payment of $1,000, and to my knowledge, as far as I can tell, that hasn't been paid. I probably am requesting that he continue to be detained unless and until the bond can be paid.
What are the alleged arrears, counsel?
I'd have to look at the petition to see what the arrears were at the time of filing. Give me 1 second. So we filed our petition, it looks like August 21st of 2024. And the alleged arrears at the time of filing was $6,400 for child support arrears and $3,700 for medical support arrears, roughly.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think. Mr. Vaughn, do you see any payments, recent payments on your?
Judge, I don't have, I didn't even know who this was about, so I don't have anything before me right now to really give you any other information other than Mr. Williams himself.
Okay. All right, counsel, for the state, do you have, are there any recent payments, or can you tell me what your last payment was?
Yes, so I was looking at the payment history, and it looks like I want to say from March of 2023 through present, the total amount paid has been a whopping like almost $100, just shy of 100.
I'm just trying to find out, is there any recent payments that you
No,
maybe pay $100 last month, or when was the last time you made some kind of payment?
looks like the last payment would have been $18.25 on October 29th of 2024.
Okay. All right, Mr. Williams, do you have anybody that can help you loan you money so that you can get out of jail?
Not anybody that I can call on, but I do recently just started working. I do have a job. I work at Tom Thumb now. I just started there about 2 months ago. But the reason I haven't made any payments is because I was in a sobriety program at Centacor. It's a 28-day program, which dates back to March 4th when I had my court date. I believe I had called, but I'm not sure if anybody got the message of me being in there. I got my certificate and completed the program. And then when I got out on April 1st, I went to a sober living home and I started looking for work there. And I did intend to pay on my child support, sir. I've never intended to not pay it. It's just at the time I was trying to make sure I got myself together to focus enough to pay for it. And like I said, I'm working now. I hope I still have my job being arrested, but I do have a job now where I can pay on it.
When were you incarcerated on something else before this child support case?
No, sir.
Okay, so what program again where you say you started, and when did you start that?
In March 4th, I was at Centacor, which is a recovery in-house recovery program center for drug addicts trying to get clean.
Okay. And you completed that and now you're clean is what you're alleging?
Yes, sir. And I was in a summer living house and I just got a job at Tom Thumb, so I can start making payments on it now.
Okay.
May I ask the gentleman a question, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
So you said you started there on March 4th,
Yes, and I got it on the 1st
on the 1st of when?
April.
And was that a voluntary self-commitment?
Yes.
You went there voluntarily,
Yes, sir.
and you chose to go there on March 4th.
Yes, sir. To get clean. Yes, sir.
Were you aware that March 4th was the date that you had been ordered to reappear?
My mind didn't for that, sir. No.
Okay, so if it was a voluntary self-commitment, don't you think showing up on March 5th, the next day, would have been a smarter move? I'll pass the witness.
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate that he wants to get clean. That's commendable. I'll give him that. But to voluntarily self-commit on the day that he was ordered to appear in court, I don't know what to say, Your Honor.
Mr. Vaughn, what do you say if or do you have anything you want to say in his defense?
Yes, Judge, he's taking, like you said, he's taking care of his business and he's taking care of the biggest probably impediment that he had to working. He's got a job now. If he loses that job, we're just setting back, again. And I would request that he be released and be ordered to reappear here. Since he's had contact with me today, I'll make sure he gets back here or knows to get back here without further delay.
And if the court is inclined to agree to a release, I'm looking at probably reset date October 7th, in person on Tuesday at 9 a.m., of course, at court number 1. And the state would probably request that he at least bring along some payment on that date, on or before that date, of the $1,000 that otherwise would be the bond amount.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Williams, I'm going to release you from jail today. It's very important that you come to court. It just kind of, I mean, there's a couple of things you haven't done. One, of course, is the first thing is I appointed you, or Judge Evans appointed you an attorney. It sounds like you never visited with your attorney. That's probably your first big mistake here. If someone gives you a free attorney, you need to visit with them and tell them what's going on. And they probably could have advised you that you needed to appear on March 4th, and then they could have helped you with your case without you maybe having to go to jail, depending on the situation that you're in. So you need to make sure you do that. You need to follow up with them if they call you or whatever. Or if you want, I mean, obviously, what I would really prefer is that you call them after your court today, when y'all have some more free time. I'm not sure what Mr. Vaughn's schedule is like today, but call their office and say, hey, I talked to y'all. I got some questions, and just have a conversation about your case, of what the expectations are as far as what my expectations are, what can probably happen, those kinds of things. You need to have a discussion with your attorney about that. It doesn't have to be a long conversation, but I'm sure there's some things that y'all can chat about and they can help you with. Of course, you need to stay clean. That's very important. But you also need to make your payments. So if you've been working for 2 months and haven't made any payments, that doesn't look very good on your part either. So you've got to make payments. I understand you're probably behind on bills and things like that, but you still got to make your child support payments too, even if it's just a partial payment, even if it's $20 here or there. That at least would show me that you're trying. A lot of people like to tell me that they're trying to pay, but they never pay anything. I mean, if I can see some payments, then that kind of legitimizes your argument that you're trying to pay. Obviously, you're supposed to pay the full payment, but at least that tells me that you're trying to make some kind of partial payment, and then that we can kind of work with you and give you more time till you get to making full payments. I'm ordering you to come back to court October 7, 2025 at 9 o'clock in court 1. You need to be there. If you don't show up again, another capias for your arrest will be issued. So make sure that you're there. Stay clean, get back to work, and then make your payments. Do you want me to order him into choices just in case he loses his job?
Your Honor, he had been ordered into choices back in November, And then they requested removal on that March 4th date, actually. I don't think he was participating in choices.
Okay.
Um,
All right, Mr. Williams, we're giving you tools of how you can resolve this, but you're kind of ignoring the tools that we're giving you. We gave you a way to, gave you a free attorney, and we gave you a way to find a job. I know obviously maybe it's related to substance abuse issues, but we're giving you tools. We're helping you. You just got to accept the help. Okay. And then when you help, when you accept the help, you get a job and then you can help other people, namely your kids. So you got to take care of yourself and then you can take care of others. So make sure that you're doing what you can. Just ignoring it and going, not showing up or not participating and not calling people that are trying to help you, that doesn't help you. That makes things worse because then it looks like you're not looking for work. Okay. So very important that you follow all that. All right. They're going to give you a copy of the reset order. That's a long time from now, but that's about 3 months from now. We would expect that you have made some payments. If you are, and the Attorney General's office is still asking you to pay a lump sum on your case. So you have something you can sell or something like that to pay a lump sum, then that would be great. We want to see some payments coming in on this case if you're able to make payments. All right. I think that's about it. They'll release you sometime later today if this is your only case.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.